Welcome to the first episode of Awesome Scripts, a show where we look at a select scene from some of the greatest cinematic masterpieces of history in order to peek into the minds of the writers who blessed us with that particular scene. In this episode, we look at a film from the Wachowskis that got immortalized as one of the most innovative sci-fi classics of all time. Dressed as a strawberry glitter cheesecake, Jupiter walks up to the stairs that lead to ornate Gothic windows overlooking space clouds. Wearing Forrest Gump's leg bracers, love interest and Stinger walk forward while their Transformer moth-plane cockpits open their mouths. Jupiter is ascending. The Transformer moth-plane cockpits eat love interest and Stinger, who shyly look aside to avoid one another's gaze. Jupiter, having ascended fully now, looks down on a crowd while generic white particle effects rain down from the ceiling. At this point, Jupiter realizes that space food doesn't agree with her stomach as she feels a stinging cramp.
Holy crap.
Using the remaining two sets of Transformer mothplane parts that the battleship has left, the cockpits are equipped with fighter planes and the Aegis Armada is assembled. The Aegis commander looks sternly forward.
Portal at max. 9 clicks to intercept.
A few space cannons join love interest Transformer moth ship. Villain number 2's attempt at killing Jupiter by suddenly and without prior warning having a floaty platform with no railing toss her under fails because the floaty platform doesn't accelerate quite fast enough. Lighty flashy thingy! The two Aegis Transformer moth planes bum rush the villain's gigantic battlecruiser. Ignoring 2 screens worth of data, the Aegis commander carefully eyeballs the assault.
Abrasics, Clipper D Gamma 9, this is the Aegis. Cut your engines and prepare to be boarded.
The commander keeps eyeballing the situation, but she's actually thinking about whether she should skip the battle and go to dinner. While Jupiter is descending for a change, henchperson number 8 receives a telepathic message, which she then proceeds to orally communicate to the man in charge.
The Aegis are demanding to board, sire.
Do what you must to keep them off this ship.
The window ornaments protecting the ship's weaponry fully retract so the Gothic whatever cannons can protrude. A faulty system tries to close the windows, but the cannons are in the way. The adjutant turns to the captain, who decided to stay for the battle.
Warhammers are launching.
The cannons fire a massive hail of crossbow particle effects.
Here we go.
Love interest looks fierce and charges his massive cannon. Disappointed in the earlier failed attempt on Jupiter's life, villain number 2 extends an arm to help her off the floaty platform.
Your Highness,
Who are all these people?
just Sims. A necessary feature for all royal weddings.
Jupiter looks skeptical as she suspects villain number 2 simply didn't have any friends to invite. She pities him, so she lets it go.
As I told you, these are matters of state, not of the heart. Shall we begin?
The crossbow thingies swarm, the Transformer moth planes shoot. Pew pew pew! Pshert!
Let's hit it!
Brunska! The Fazang! Pew pew pew! Shroof! Villain number 2 talks to Space Catholic Priest.
I, Titus Abrasics, take Jupiter Jones to be my wife. I enter into this union being of sound mind and of my own volition.
While villain number 2 is talking, Jupiter realizes that the space food poisoning cramps will not abate in time.
Would my liege place his hand here to receive the signifying bond?
The priest extends the tattoo codex. Villain number 2 sighs before placing his hand on it as he remembers the last time he got a tattoo. Space explosions!
I'm going right!
Pew pew pew! Slow motion, pew! 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 Gush kabang! The codex completes the tattoo. Villain number 2 examines it and determines that it's way less awkward than the one he has on his dick.
Your turn.
Where you at, Stinger?
Stinger tries to confuse love interest.
There's your wing plate! I got it!
Pew, pam, stew, stew, stew! Jupiter, fighting through her space food poisoning, attempts to say her vows.
I, Jupiter Jones, take Titus Abrasics to be my husband.
Pew pew pew! A bad cramp renders Jupiter unable to continue. Villain number 2 mistakes this stop for a senility and tries to help her by feeding her line to her.
I enter into this union being...
Not wanting to look stupid again, she fights through her pain.
I enter into this union, being of sound mind and of my own volition.
Swoop! Swoop! Love interest growls at the particle effects to try to scare them away, but to no avail.
We're clear!
Once the Transformer Mothplanes are able to maneuver freely, the battlecruiser leisurely arms its actual weapons. Space Catholic Priest extends the Tattoo Codex to Jupiter.
Would your majesty place her hand here to receive the signifying bond?
Jupiter is hesitant as she heard tattoos will look a lot less cool when she grows older, but then she remembers that villain number 2 is a major producer of Soylent Blue, so she accepts.
I'm tracking heavy sim activity. That's gotta be where she is.
The Tattoo Codex keeps on tattooing, while Jupiter realizes that her children might grow up to be villains too if she goes through with this. Pachoo, pachang, kablowy!
Cover me!
Puang, tu, ptu! Megasprung! Jupiter pulls her hand away.
What's going on? What was that?
Okay, there's some crossed out shit here that didn't really make it into the movie. Knowing that his massive battlecruiser could not possibly fight off 2 fighters, villain number 2 tries to force Jupiter's hand back on the Tattoo Codex. Pushasham! Kershbong! Love interest Transformer Mothplane crashes through the armored hull of the battleship designed to fend off high-tech attacks. Okay, some more of the crossed out stuff, let's skip that quickly. Love interest light skates down to point his gun at villain number 2.
Mr. Wise, you are as resourceful as promised.
This whole thing was nothing but a lie.
Was the ring executed?
No.
Once you were married, he was going to murder you. He told me right before he threw me out the airlock.
Honestly, I don't believe my mother was ever as beautiful or as gullible as you, my dear.
May I kill him?
Jupiter's cramps are getting really bad.
Just get